You brought the badges, right?
Of course.
Okay, all right. Can I have mine?
There you go.
All right, thanks.
Look at the number.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Aw.
Look at mine.
Also number 1?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Good job. All right, so all right, so Jimmy, as we're infiltrating this campus as campus security, we're going to go into their archives and steal one of the projects that they keep in the basement. The student project.
Is we gonna have to go through the rummage through the filing cabinets like in the movies?
Potentially, Jeremy. Potentially. Just like the movies. And it's a podcast though. So it's not like an origami sculpture or, an article about Abraham Lincoln and his horrible schemes.
I heard he was a pretty bad guy.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what I learned in school.
Anyway. All right, but Jeremy. All right, we just need to get a key card. You, sir. Yes. Oh, no need to speak. No need to speak. We are campus security. We're here to do a student project podcast relocation. Okay, it's going off to that other college.
Yusef.
UCF?
Yep.
Yep, that's where it's going. So if we could just borrow your key card. We've unfortunately lost ours during an intense visit to Five Guys, the burger place. I lose stuff there all the time.
Like in the burger?
No, I eat the burger. It's usually there's a lot of movement for me at a burger place. I'm moving around. But anyway, sir, yeah. We just need to borrow your key card. All right, perfect. Your silence is compliance. All right, good day. Have a good one. All right, Jimmy. Oh, there's no filing cabinets.
Oh, this place sucks.
Oh, it's just a computer.
Tired of computers. I miss when things were analog.
Well, I mean, it would make it easier since we can just put it in the flash drive and just download the podcast and then we can leave. It's going to take 3 seconds.
No, it's done.
As I was talking. Do you want to find a filing cabinet?
Yeah, let's go find a filing cabinet.
All right, Jeremy, there we go. La 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 la.
I brought my lockpick.
Oh, no.
Two best buddies are talking about whatever they want. They're looking for a show to steal and treasure to haunt. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. They like to get crazy, talk a lot of trash. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast.
Welcome to Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Nice.
How are you doing?
Oh, just doing fantastic.
Oh.
Anyway, so, Jeremy, this week, Student Project, the podcast.
Ooh.
With Josh, Andy, and John. Just some college kids hanging out and making a podcast.
Best of friends.
2 years ago.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know if they're still friends.
But
Jeremy, no. It ended in February of 2002 after having started in January of 2002.
oh, so they were probably pumping out like an episode a day.
Nope, they did not. They had five episodes.
Oh, okay. They must be really long form, detailed.
They're
5 episodes.
They're 45 minutes.
Oh.
A pop, 35, 45, 37. There's a very good chance, Jeremy, they did it in 2 days and then split it up. But you know what, Jeremy? Student projects, something that everyone's got to deal with. I've made student projects about how Grand Theft Auto taught you valuable life lessons. I did do a presentation in college about how Grand Theft Auto taught you hard-hitting life.
What'd you get on that?
I got an A.
Nice.
I did, I avoided the beating hookers, right? Entrepreneurship was big in the presentation.
It's pretty big.
Social interaction, things like that.
Going from the bottom to the top.
You know,
Hard work,
playing
willpower.
golf.
Yeah.
It teaches you hand-eye coordination. Mm-hmm. Yes, a number of things. I wish I still had that presentation because they did record it, and you had to bring in your own VHS tape, yes, into the class, so that way the teacher could record your presentation so as to grade it in the future. However, Jeremy, here in the 21st century, Jeremy, we don't have to worry about that because what these kids are doing nowadays, Jeremy, is they're taking their presentations, recording them, and putting them on to Spotify as a podcast.
And then the teacher goes on Spotify to grade them?
Or, yeah, they either go on Spot, they either provide the teacher with a URL, and then the teacher can then see the presentation, or they provide the URL and stand in front of the class and give the presentation there on a projector, in front of the class, and then the teacher grades it that way. But either way, Jim, no more VHSs, which is nice.
I like them.
We've come a long way.
Analog.
Yeah, I prefer analog. We started off on analog. Mm-hmm. If you go back and listen to our first 7, 8 months of podcasting, we were all analog, baby.
VHS tapes.
And then we upgraded. Mm-hmm. And then we realized analog is bad quality. well,
Good at the time.
Well, analog can be good, but it takes a lot of extra work for no reason. And who has the time?
Not me.
It took a long time for me to make it sound as good as it did. But Jeremy, and what do these guys, Josh, Andy, and John, do on their podcast? That's a great question. They talk about literally whatever they want. It's really just an ebb and a flow of topics, nothing specific, which is very good.
So they're just college kids talking about being college kids?
Yep. In their 4th episode, they talk about how, how crazy is it going to be when they get to episode 225? And then they did one more episode and then never did one again.
Oh.
So let's speculate as to why. All right, so you're in college. Uh-huh. You have started off releasing a podcast with your, I'm assuming, friends over the span of about a month, and then what happens?
Maybe they got married.
Subterfuge.
Oh.
One of them got married to the other one's girlfriend.
Ooh.
Split them up real quick. And then, Josh can't do it with just John. He needs Andy there. The show is ruined.
Maybe Andy stole Josh's hacky sack.
Drama in theft, grand theft.
Yep.
There was a collectible hacky sack that he got from 1993. What is it called? The big concert.
Woodstock?
Yes, the 1993 Woodstock. And it was his very that means he's in college in the 2020s. And he doesn't sound that old. Well, he could have been in his 40s. So, Jamie, school project, so many of them out there. And we're going to be grading some of those today, Jamie.
Oh, we're taking the role of teacher this time?
Yep. So we're going to take some of these.
Professor Michael and Jeremy?
Unfortunately, they've chosen a public forum in order to post their school projects on. So I think it's only necessary to find out what grade they would have gotten on it by us grading it now.
Okay.
Yes!
Let's do it.
I'm so pumped! Shall we go to the first one?
Yeah. So you just found a whole bunch of different presentations from different people?
Jeremy, if you type student project into Spotify, that you can hey, if you're out there and you want to start a podcast, you don't know what your thing is going to be, steal this. Jeremy and I are fine with it. We're going to do it first. We're going to do it the best. And then you can have our sloppy seconds. But if you wanted to make a podcast out of reviewing student projects,
That's a pretty good one.
It's endless.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe it'll be our new Patreon.
Oh, yeah, just reviewing student projects.
We could do it.
So, Jeremy, let me go ahead and pull up our first one here. And we're keeping everything anonymous, obviously. Let's see, Jeremy, and press play. We won't listen to the whole thing. We'll kind of get a gist of it. I think if we listen to a little bit, we'll get an understanding of it.
Yeah, I'm sure we can skip through them and stuff.
Yeah, we'll skip through. Oh, some nice music to start.
So what is it? Does it tell you what it's about? What the presentation's
Nope,
about?
it says nothing. Oh.
Today we will be covering on what is a cautionary tale. A cautionary tale.
Oh
Was
God,
he like in a closet?
I don't know, but he starts off by saying we're going to start off by what is a cautionary tale, and then I thought he was going to say of so and so or of the. No, he's defining cautionary tale right now.
Oh,
Tale is a story trying to warn or teach the audience a lesson or general moral issue. These stories are mostly
That microphone is
told
inside of his mouth.
Yeah, is he falling asleep? He's got one of those like connected headphones.
He's already gone down half a grade just on quality of his microphone.
Cautionary tales have been a part of.
Did he drink a bunch of
storytelling
lean
for centuries,
before he did this?
THC beverages?
to impart wisdom and teach valuable lessons.
Okay, no, no, Jamie. This is what happened. Right now, for him, as he's recording this, it's 3 a.m. This thing is due tomorrow.
While the concept of cautionary tales is not limited to any specific culture or time period, they have evolved over time and taken various forms.
How? Let's skip.
So
What you're saying,
he's just defining what
He's defining a cautionary
tale
tale and then may provide some examples.
and not care about this.
is. At least he put the music in there.
The music is nice.
Yeah.
You got to captivate him somehow. You're not going to do it with your voice.
In the story, the Black Stockings, the main characters are both affected.
The black stocking? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
In the story, the black stocking.
The Night of the Black Stocking.
Oh, I've never heard that.
It's Christmas Stephen.
He's reading about this and more.
It's
by
cautionary tale.
cautionary tales in some way. Both were scared of a tale about fairies getting possessed by one of the fairies, like Bridget's mother got possessed, and they were both frightened by this.
Okay, Mike. So you're hearing this. You're a professor. You've got to hear.
These plosives are fucking ridiculous.
Today we're gonna.
You gotta take the pop filter
Well,
off.
it's also rubbing against
Yeah.
his face.
Just put my own mic inside my mouth. It's so gross. You know how much old spits on this thing?
That's disgusting.
It's mine, Jamie.
It's all mine.
It's me.
I am the microphone.
All right.
Okay, so you're grading all of these. You've got
Oh yeah.
how many of these are you getting a year, right? And you stumble across this one. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm guessing as a teacher, you still have to be objective.
Right. Did he do his research? Is there work involved? Did this guy put in the time and energy into this project?
He definitely put the music in.
ChatGPT did a great job writing it for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just the definition of a cautionary tale. Maybe that's the project.
Is he the caution? Is he trying to also
It's meta.
perform himself as a cautionary tale by failing the project, therefore getting an A in the project?
Genius.
Jeremy?
Genius.
He's turned himself into the cautionary tale, Jamie.
Now, if he spun that to his professor,
Did you get
front of
did-
everybody.
Did you see what I did there? What do you mean? You put the mic inside your mouth and
he's even
and
in,
you gave me the definition of a cautionary tale. Exactly. Would you say that warrants an F?
Mike, it's not.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not the mic, it's his voice. It's just his voice. So he's standing there with the teacher. Did you see what I did there?
Right?
Did you see what I did there?
How do you make your voice sound like that?
Born this way.
Why are you making fun of my condition? You trained in the darkness. I was born in it.
My life is cautionary tale.
I get an A, right? Right? Jeremy, A plus.
I'm giving him a C.
A C.
I'm giving him a C. He didn't have to let the microphone rub against his face while he talked.
Yep.
And I get he probably lives in a broom closet because he's in college.
Yeah.
Just open the door, dude. Put some clothes in there. Do something.
We could. I feel like I could smell him through his presentation.
He's just in an echoey room.
Could hear the Cheeto dust on his fingers.
There's a trash can full of used condoms in the corner.
That has never been inside of a woman.
Nope.
All right, Jeremy. All right, C and then A. I gave him an A. I think that what he did was a flawless performance of becoming a cautionary tale, therefore acing the subject matter.
Now, if he did spin it that way to his professor, I would give him huge kudos.
Yeah.
for that.
But if not, and if that was just him not putting any preparation into it.
Yep, that's his parents paying for college.
So C for existing and turning in something. Right. He talked. There was music. That music is what saved him.
That's what got him the C instead of the D.
The D. All right. Understandable. All right. Jeremy coming in hot with the grading.
Can't get an F. He did it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Can't do an F. Yeah. Absolutely not. There was time. The 15 minutes that it took him to put this thing together, I think he did it. It was the best 15 minutes that he could have done.
He had to figure out how to download ChatGPT.
Yep. And then he had to put in the prompt. And then he had to not vet it at all and just read it into his garbage Apple mic that's attached to his headphones.
Oh, shit. My project's due. Shit.
Cody, is your homework done?
Fucking hate that one. Keep talking to me like that, Bob. You're going to be accosted.
I hate that you're abusing the microphone like that, but it's very funny. All right, Jeremy, shall we go into the next one?
Yes.
Oh, my eyes. Oh, this was a good idea.
And Mike, this has got to be relatable to you. Like for me, school projects, the only things I had to do were like, I didn't go to college. So they were all like high school, middle school stuff. Usually those are in teams. And I was just there for like entertainment value. I was friends with a lot of smart, nerdy kids who were good at their school projects.
Yep. This one does have a title. Oh, my God. It's like in my lungs.
I got it.
I inhaled the beer much like I used to do in college.
Oh, man. I love being in college.
All right, Jeremy. This one does have a title. It's called Mom's Spaghetti.
Okay.
It could be about anything.
It's Eminem.
A podcast about Eminem's childhood and how it helped his rap career. Let's dive right in. Oh, the standard intro we've heard a million times. Because who's got the time? Ooh. School
what?
project. Coming at you strong. Oh,
Like Taylor Swift.
cut that.
I've been in like a really like Eminem mood lately.
Have you ever deeply listened
How
to
is this a
lyrics before?
student project?
Oh, they're okay. So I have
think his,
listened to this.
Childhood is like
All right.
affected.
So as we go into it, Jeremy, they've actually gotten together to produce a podcast episode in the style of a podcast to get their research across. So they have all the points that they want to hit, and they start doing it in a classic conversational style between the two of them.
What he's written about.
Definitely.
The picture for the episode is one of them in a very scary clown mask, but the eyes don't line up with their own eyes, so it's just skin through the eye holes.
Oh.
Oh.
So one of the ways Eminem, like, how his childhood affected his music, he would like tell his childhood through like a ton of his songs. Like in Cleaning Out My Closet, he talks about how his mom used to take like unnecessary.
So here we start going into like the beats, right? Everything that she has on her spreadsheet, and all the points that she wants to make about the history. I mean, who wouldn't want to do a project on Eminem? I wouldn't.
Not me.
Absolutely not.
I lived through it.
And stuff.
Yeah, and like the song My Mom, he talks about how his mom was a drug addict and how he became hooked on drugs because of his mom.
Oh, so this is where they're talking
Seems
about
like
how
a
cool
pretty
his mom
bad
was.
person, don't you think?
Well, they got to have filler, Jeremy. They got to have filler.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
They have a 20-minute presentation, which we're obviously not going to get through. I'm going to go ahead and do some skipping. But obviously we got some, insight into his songs and history into the artist.
But like he became successful, so
And he got himself clean.
and then
Well,
relapsed. But
California
he
clean.
wouldn't have had to do that all in the first place if he was never hooked on it from his mom.
Oh, more mom
So
stuff.
yeah,
I think that's pretty
but
bold to
tricking
say.
your kid.
Just blame it on the mom.
Are they just reading his biography? Like,
There's a very good chance.
how do they know? It's not like they grew up watching him and hearing interviews and all that stuff. And like, these kids are young, right?
Yeah.
They only know rich, super famous Eminem.
So they're recording this on their phone, it sounds like. And just passing the phone back and forth as they need to talk.
Probably
To
in
record.
Probably in a Kia Soul.
Potentially on their way to In-N-Out Burger.
It's not good. I don't think it's good. Do you like In-N-Out Burger?
Bullying your kid
I had it
into
one time.
taking
What'd you
drugs.
think?
Even
I enjoyed it.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing
Did
he
you get
moved out when he
it?
was
What is it?
18.
Monster style.
Animal style.
Animal style.
Yes, I got everything animal style.
Yeah,
I
pretty
had a double animal style, and the animal style fries. I don't know what made it animal style except for the dressing that they covered everything in.
Well, I think they cook the patties in a mustard sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So the patties have mustard while it's cooking.
Ah,
That's part of it.
okay.
It's disgusting. The fries have no salt on them.
Or unless he just didn't have the money. But
Well,
it
he quit
Fast forward.
Yeah,
urge
it
with
does
assault
sound
later
like
in his life.
it does sound like they're just passing information back and forth to each other, just
Yeah,
reading
they-
off a screen.
Right, so they're getting all the information that they need for their presentation about the goings on of one Eminem, Marshall Mathers, right?
Marshall Mathis.
Marshall Mathers, isn't that his name? Mathis Marshall?
Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Mathers.
Mathis. Wasn't that a show? Is it an old show? What is that? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Mathis. Judge Marshall Mathis.
Small claims court.
Dong dong.
You stole my slapping beats and
Hey,
my
that-
sick bars.
Hey, that's my mom's spaghetti.
And in the trial of Mom's Spaghetti, we side on behalf of the defendant,
Fred Durst.
Fred Durst. It is his mom's spaghetti.
Because he pistol whipped a guy
Oh, I didn't know that.
after he
Yes.
saw like that guy kissing his wife Kim, and I mean,
At least you didn't shoot him. Oh, well, that was a weird cut. I didn't skip on that, Jeremy.
Rewind it then. Rewind it a little bit.
Okay. let me go back to that.
he's also known as one of the most controversial rappers.
yeah, which is pretty bad. But that's, I mean,
Well, he made fun of MGK.
talking about
that's
his mom and
pretty
stuff
bad,
isn't really
but-
that bad because that's what happened to him. But he did that part to himself. He was charged with assault later in his life because he pistol whipped a guy after he saw like that guy kissing his wife Kim.
You
And
mean that his wife
I
and that
mean-
guy kissing?
and then burn.
like cheating is bad, but I wouldn't.
Sounds like they said something controversial. She's like, so and so, you need to cut that. All right, I know the perfect way to do it. All right, that's a minus on the grade. That was a horrible cut. Let's skip forward.
2018.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he released a song titled Stepping Stone on his 10th studio album.
Reading from a telegram.
I don't know how to say it.
Kamikaze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kamikaze?
yeah, his Kamikaze album.
Announced
He,
that
that album was
Kamikaze?
in
In
Venom
college?
movie.
You can't read?
You're in college.
I can't read this. Shenanigans?
What's kamikaze?
Kamikaze. Yeah. Let's get to the end of this thing.
in like Detroit, Michigan, and
8
he was
Mile.
held back 3 times in 9th grade due to unexcused.
So how do we cut from like pistol whipping your wife and then, 2018 and then now
Now
we're
they're
going
going
back
backwards.
to his what do you need to no, your time frame needs to be early life, middle life, career now, right?
absences. So that's around when he quit school. So he was like 16.
Oh, they've made it to the In-N-Out. I can hear
Yeah.
people in the background.
Yeah, around 16, like 14 to 16 in that age.
No,
zone.
I said animal
He was determined to
style.
make it in hip hop music, which obviously he ended up accomplishing later in life.
Oh.
So Eminem's childhood has definitely affected his rap career and how he's became who he is.
Is this the conclusion?
His rap career for him, and or at least influenced and helped it.
Let's hear how they wrap it up.
So
Yeah. All right, let me start it at like I'll give it last 30 seconds.
I need their in conclusion.
it's crazy stuff. So as bad as it was, it definitely built his rap career for him, and or at least influenced and helped it. So it is a good
Is that what kids
example of
think?
like how even if you
Going
start at
through-
like the bottom, you can get your way to the
Going
top
through hardships
as long as you work
actually
hard enough.
make you stronger.
No, that Eminem became who he was, and he was helped by the fact that he had those hardships.
It sounds like potentially that's what these
Instead of-
students believe
Instead of making it despite the hardships, he's making it
because
of the hardships. That's a weird mental gymnastic, I think.
because of how much little I do and little change I do on myself to affect my own future. That means I'm more entitled, right? Eminem was poor. Now I will be not poor.
He pistol
Just like Eminem.
He pistol whipped that guy, which is not that good, but
Well, he's a millionaire now, and he makes music for children.
what's your grade?
Jeremy, I'm going B-. A lot more thought and energy, a lot more writing. It's a 20-minute project presentation, and they obviously did their research. They had a back and forth that existed. Their transitions were garbage. At least switch up the transition noise. Also, the boom, da, da, boom, da, da.
Yeah, use a different part of the riff.
Use a whoosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go.
Quality, not unbelievable. But then again, teacher doesn't care about quality. They just care about content.
Well, we cared about quality with the last one. Well, I did. They were a little better with their quality.
Yes, like I said, definitely had that phone microphone passing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And microphones and phones are pretty good now.
I think it's a weird topic to do if you're just going to read a biography.
Right.
we-
And then the going back and forth cost them points as well, going from beginning to middle to beginning to end to beginning again.
Yeah.
But I guess it was the reason that they did that was to kind of wrap up that it was his past. That is why his future is how it is.
I don't think there was a lot of structure to it, but I do like the idea that they tried to do it in a podcast form.
Yeah.
If that was unique to that class, they're like, it would be cool if we did this. Maybe the class was like, do something in podcast form.
The assignment is make a podcast episode defining a important person from history. Eminem.
Maybe a controversial figure.
Oh, could have been a controversial figure. In which case they also could have gone with
Pol Pot.
what's that?
Pol Pot, the murderer, the
Is a-
dictator.
There's a murderous dictator named Pol Pot.
There was. He killed the most of any dictator.
Most of any
Most of any of them.
for now. I have a lot of big plans. Anyway,
I'm giving them a C-.
C- to my B-. You're much more judgy than I am on,
Yes.
on grading. Well, I guess we have to take an average, right? So B-, C, that's a C+, right?
I'd say C+.
C+.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll agree on a C+. All righty. There's another one. I have several. Here's a 3-minute one. Oh, another smooth intro.
3 minutes?
3
Hi,
minutes.
my
I say we
name
ride
is-
through it.
Bah.
and I
Cut that,
am
cut that,
going
cut
to be talking about a career that I want to do. It is called child social worker, also called
Big dreams.
Advocate/child social worker means that I will
Mike,
help
pause real quick.
Yep.
Am I mistaken, or did she say advocate?
Advocate. Whereas where you are petitioning that it should be advocate.
It's advocate.
Okay.
Let's go back.
Advocate.
Let's rewind this a little bit. Let's get her name again. I think she doesn't know how to read,
I
Mike.
am going to be talking about a career that I want to do. It is called child social worker, also called advocate.
Advocate.
Advocate/child social worker means that I will help abandon, abuse, and orphan kids.
Oh,
I
she wants
will
to help
find
orphans.
great homes.
Did she say orphanage kids?
She doesn't know what. She's like, I want to abuse and abandon and orphanate kids.
She said.
I'm pretty sure she's saying the opposite.
No.
Yeah, Mike, listen to this again.
Abuse and orphan means that I will help abandon, abuse,
I will help abandon, abuse,
and orphan kids.
orphaning kids.
Orphaning kids.
Kids. Someone like me, a future child service worker, needs to shovel these kids into orphanages.
Don't you know they're shutting down the orphanage? We have to fill them up.
Great homes, and I will make sure that they have protective lives and have a
Protective
great
lives?
future.
I mean, her
And
heart's in the
I
right
just want
place.
to tell them that they will have a great life, and I want them to have a great life. I just want them to be safe, trusted around people who do this, and you also have to get a certain degree.
You got to
in
skit.
college. That's 2 facts. The third fact is I actually might have to get a lawyer. I have to like maybe even work for a
All right, so no editing at all. No playback.
lawyer probably to be
Probably.
able to find these kids that I need to help. The fourth
I want to
fact
abandon, abuse, and orphanate kids, and I'm probably going to need a
I
lawyer.
needed to help me find them.
I'm going to need a lawyer to help me, a dirty one.
is
All right, let's skip to the end.
it's just 4, which I think is really cool. And so, yeah, that's pretty just much about
Mike, she doesn't know how to talk or read. She puts pauses in all
Everything.
the wrong spots forever.
Yeah.
Dude,
Forever.
rewind. Listen
to
to how she goes, and then pretty soon we'll.
I only have to this child protective services.
I only have to this
and
child protective services
thing
advocate.
that I want to do is only 4 years of college. It's not 4 or more. It's just 4, which I think is really cool.
Because I don't want to do more than
And
4.
Because this sucks.
So yeah, that's pretty just much about
That's pretty just
Much
much
about
child protective services. Yeah.
oh,
Scared the
shit.
shit out of me.
Studio dogs. There must be an intruder, Mike. Mike, there's an intruder.
Go get him, Jimmy.
I got him, Mike. I got the intruder.
You did.
There's just a bunch of kids. My dog tore them apart.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like they need a good social worker to send them to an orphanage. Hey, everybody. Future Michael here. Just want to tell you about our band of the week, True Love Devil, with their song Dead in Memphis, which plays at the end of the episode. So make sure you stick around and check it out. Oh, yeah. Good stuff, great song, great sound, great band. And we're brought to you by Dungeon Studios, makers of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons modules, as well as podcasts. And I bet you're wondering, Michael, what kind of podcasts? What are these podcasts you keep talking about that Dungeon Studios makes? Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you right now. The game. Boom. Tabletop game. Tabletop stuff. Tabletop games and stuff. Yeah, the game. Are you playing a game? Are you a nerd? Do you like tabletop games? Well, then listen to that. Nerd News. Boom. People are nerds, and they love nerdy things. All things nerds and the news associated therein. Nerd News. And Fables from the Forgotten. An audio drama. A scripted, well-formatted, and acted out audio drama that yours truly acts in and edits and directs. It's like a whole thing. So check that out, Fables from the Forgotten. Go to Dungeon Studios YouTube, subscribe to there, and you can find out when we drop Season 2 later the beginning of this year. Yes, do that. I love you. All right, goodbye. So, Jamie, what did we learn from this child's presentation? Let's start with that.
Definitely a last minute thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they want that job at all. I think they looked up what kind of good job will make me look like a good person.
Uh-huh.
They would. Let me look it up. I'm going to be an advocate? What's that? I'm going to advocate for...
Yeah, definitely misspoke. No checks and balances on editing any errors. No listen back. Recorded it, turned it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, it's a C. It's a C for me.
Yeah, they're getting a D.
A D. All right, so C minus. We're meeting in the middle on a C minus.
That gives her a C minus.
Yeah.
She gets an F from me.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, then D plus.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
You know, I think that's the problem, Mike, is that these teachers are being too easy on these kids.
Yeah.
And now we're just getting a bunch of kids who are getting the degrees and the high fives, and they really don't know shit.
Well, I'm a boring teacher, and I need to find a way to engage my students in a way that'll make them want to do the project. What do children like? Oh, they like radio shows. Make a radio show.
Programs.
You know, like I enjoyed when I was a child.
I just think that giving these kids too easy of a grade, and then they're like, I did that shit last night, dude. I still passed. They're not learning anything.
No, they're just pumping out something, regurgitating. That is a good way to put it.
Every single one of these people have, so far, all these students have read from a screen.
That last one did not sound like they read anything, Jeremy.
I think she was looking up information about the job.
Oh, and skimming.
And skimming through it.
Buzzwords.
Yeah. That's why she wasn't speaking correctly.
And orphanages, lawyers.
Orphanage.
You may need a lawyer after going through what I'm saying
I think lawyers find kids
to abuse and neglect.
and abandon.
And I like children, and I want to help them, and I want them. Hey, I like happy children. That was the state of this presentation.
I think she was trying to look like a good person.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like there was no passion behind anything she said.
When in reality, she wants to become a YouTuber. Mm-hmm. Sit on her butt all day.
Influencer.
Influence? Oh, God, I hope not.
Maybe she will.
I hope she doesn't influence anybody to do anything. Well, here's another one, Jamie. Oh, another smooth music intro.
Makes me feel relaxed.
Hello, my name is and today I will talk about the book The Hunger Games.
He's talking about the Hunger Games, Jeremy.
The movie, The Hunger, or the book?
It sounded like he said movie.
The movie.
If you're looking for something to read, I really recommend you this book because it has a lot of good things. Things like,
I wonder what he's using to get that weird flow of volume. Because even the background's coming in soft, and then it comes in loud and soft. Oh, he's using that program where the background music's like loud when you're not talking, but then as you talk, it lowers it automatically for you. But he's doing a bad job with it. That's what's happening.
we will not feel bored at all while we are reading it.
He's a mile away
Plus,
from his
it has
microphone.
a lot of action and things that happen that make you
A lot of action and things that happen.
He's talking to his laptop.
Oh, from like across the room
His laptop is where you are,
while he's playing GTA.
and he's playing GTA.
Yeah. You know what I can do while I do this? Talk about the Hunger Games. So what I would like to do for you right now is tell you about the Hunger Games.
What I like to do for you now is
Now
to
what
talk
I would
about
like to do
the
is,
Hunger
if you
Games.
could listen to
He's
my
got good
presentation.
things.
So listen.
I like movie very much. It's a good movie.
be aware of the book. This book also has bad things.
Oh, now he's gotten into the book. So he's going from movie to book.
Well, I personally don't
And as we all
I was just about to say, I personally don't like the book. The movie's
like
better.
long books, so that's why
he did it. I personally don't like to read books.
He gets it, dude.
I don't like that part. I also think that it will be better if we don't have any illustrations in the book, but this is
There are no pictures in the book.
So I had to color my own pictures and I put them in the book.
a book without any images or pictures. This the main problem.
Did
with
you
this
hear him
book
turn a
is that
page?
The
He's-
capital gets into the districts and to the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games are
Okay, he's just breaking down.
some games that they do annually.
So in the Hunger Games, they have a thing called the Hunger Games.
Everybody's really hungry.
Let's skip middle.
District 12,
We're on to
that is
District 12.
represented by Katniss and Peeta, won the Hunger Games. Well, they were both alive at the end. They didn't.
They're both alive.
After that, the capital.
Peter.
So at the end, they are both alive, which means neither one of them died.
And she win the Hunger Games, and then her friend win the Hunger Games.
She had cool jacket, fire.
They call her a bird.
Made an announcement that was that there has to be only one survivor.
There can be only
But-
one.
They were doing
All right, again, no editing. At
No
all.
editing.
The music to volume ratio on the voice is horrible.
But just like the first one, the music is nice.
The music is definitely distracting away from your horrible volume problem.
a show. They both were going to eat a poisonous fruit, so they stopped that, and they
were going to eat a poisonous fruit, and then they stopped
let
that.
them
Then they
swim,
stopped that.
both of them.
Both
So
of
both of them survived.
And then they live.
I love
This
how he keeps
is-
reiterating.
He's repeating the same thing over and
I
over.
love
So
I
there
really
was
like-
going to be one winner, but then there was two. They both lived, and then they were going to die, but then they didn't, and so they both lived.
Well, it's
Did
yeah,
I mention that they both won the Hunger Games?
it's the and they both survived, which means they did not die,
Yeah.
and they're both won. So there wasn't only one winner.
So this is an English project, right? Not a not a topic. It's just speaking English.
If that is the project, I'm giving it to this guy. This
Mm-hmm.
guy's doing a good job. If it's an English project.
Yeah.
It also has a movie that you can see it. It represents something.
You told us about the movie because you
and
hate books.
It's a very good movie. I really like it.
It's a
And
very good
the
movie.
difference with what makes this book good.
I prefer
Compare,
Jennifer,
like,
the work
and
Jennifer
David,
Lawrence did on the internet.
Example, I read that
What?
The Fappening.
Oh, the Fappening, yes.
Yeah, here, look at this.
I remember the Fappening. So my project today is about the Fappening.
Some would say that Jennifer Lawrence is the star of The Fappening. Look, check it out. These are all real images that were
Oh.
leaked.
Oh, oh wow.
Yes.
That's her vagina. Wow. Well, she took a lot of nudes.
This is why I preferred the movie.
Why did she take so many nudes?
They were leaked.
Yeah, but why did she take that many though?
She's a horny lady.
Yeah, I guess.
She's just
They
trying
just go on and on and on. That one's not real.
she's just trying to get it in, dude.
I don't know how many of these. I mean, that's just her. She doesn't even look. She looks like she's just had a workout, and she's like, "This is my boob. I'm presenting it to the camera. I'm not even happy about it."
Yeah.
But why?
Because she's a horny lady. If I had her body, I'd be taking nudes
Yeah.
all the time.
Fair enough. All right. So, what did we learn from this project, Jeremy? Oh, should we go to? We should see how it wraps up.
Yeah, let's get a wrap up.
Let's get a wrap up. Go the last 20 seconds.
how do we persuade them? And that's it. Thank you for listening. And please give me a high grade.
Petitioning the teacher in the project. Bold. Please, I'm desperate. I don't want to repeat this grade again.
Don't make me go back to Spain.
Okay. Wow.
How long was that total? I know we skipped through it.
5 minutes.
It was a 5-minute
Presentation.
presentation.
On the Hunger Games.
Okay. Do you think he even listened back to it? Or did he just
No.
send it off?
Yep. It was recorded. He had the audio file. He added music to the audio file without listening to. He's like, this is the audio. This is the music. The music matches the length of the of my audio. Export.
That's the fuck, dude. You're in college. You have a 5-minute presentation. If you're already bullshitting You watched The Hunger Games once, and now you're reiterating that they both lived. So you do this 5-minute presentation, which is just bullshit. You put it onto a thing that just lays a track on it.
Yep.
It's not like it's not like he made the track, you know?
Correct.
You at least listen back to it. And then you go, oh man, the audio sucks. Let me figure that out. It'll probably take him 5 minutes to figure that out.
Yep.
And then re-record your 5-minute bullshit with better quality.
Yep.
You can leave out the begging for a grade at the end at that point.
Yeah, and you'd still have plenty of time to play Call of Duty.
And it's just like, supposedly you're in college because you're trying to work towards a future and be like the best and make all this money at a really good job. The really good job isn't going to want a guy who just goes, a sport.
Right.
And just send it off without reviewing it, or if they...
I mean, you're at the job, you're harassing all of your coworkers about how great the how great the Hunger Games is as a movie, and say, you know what? Let me give you the Spotify link. This will explain everything.
It's disheartening to hear all of these students' presentations.
Just giving it a half-ass. All right.
Please give me a grade.
So, Jeremy, what do we give this? What do we grade this at?
He stuck to his topic.
He did.
I'm guessing English isn't his first language.
It's not. It's its own hill to climb, right? You're doing it in a different language.
There was no editing, but he didn't have as many points of time where he like flubbed. He did continue to just speak
by repeating what he had just said.
He did have to repeat and reiterate what he was saying, but at least he strung it all together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving this guy a B.
You know what, Jeremy? I was going to go B as well.
Yeah.
Stamp it.
Good job.
This was also titled Nothing.
No title?
No, the title is the word nothing.
A nothing.
Nothing.
A nothing.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the pictures of Jennifer Lawrence.
I just eject off the... They fap on me.
All right, Jeremy. I got another one here.
We should do one last one. I want to hear a fucking rock solid...
Well, let's see if this one can pull it off.
What's it called?
Says school project. I am not a professional, and this is for a school project.
Okay.
Okay. So let's dive. It says it's actually titled "The Last Days of Judas Iscariot Analysis."
Oh, the one who betrayed Jesus.
Oh, and in his final days.
Ooh, that silver wasn't worth it, was it, Judas?
I guess we'll find out.
If human despair is so powerful as to render God powerless over
effects.
it, then what does that say about God? It says one of two things, Mr. Satan. Either God's not all-powerful.
Oh, she's very formal with Satan.
Mr. Satan from South Park.
And therefore useless, or God's love is conditional, which renders that...
So this is a Christian school project. There's a Christian college.
Maybe.
Love false and unworthy. Which one is it?
I don't know.
In today's episode, we're going to be covering The Last Days of Judas Iscariot. Written by American playwright Stephen Adly Gurgis and directed by Philip Hoffman, it made...
Wait, the Bible?
Philip Hoffman wrote the Bible?
Wow. It was...
Okay, so it's a play, or she's doing a book or a play?
Yeah, something like that.
Its original debut off of Broadway in a Labyrinth Theater Company production at the Public Theater in March of 2005. It tells the story of the final court case over the ultimate fate of the disciple who betrayed Jesus.
The court case. Dun dun.
Dun dun. So it does sound like she's reading from something, but it sounds like it's more put
my
together.
client here.
My client here.
Mr. Iscariot.
He has no children for me to take.
Now, you so claim he was given this silver, but as you can see, he lives penniless in the streets. Where is this silver, I pray tell?
Now, I am here to play the role of advocate.
Advocate!
Between compelling testimonies from a variety of witnesses, such as Mother Teresa, Sigmund Freud, St. Monica, and Caiaphas.
I do call Sigmund Freud to the stand. Sir, what do you have to say about my client here in your own words?
The man loves silver. What can I say?
Sigmund Freud? Well, is this man, he does love silver, but...
I got you. Yes. Yes.
Da. He's in German. He was Austrian, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, don't they still speak German?
It's just Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is me, Sigmund Freud.
You tried to fuck your mother.
Tried to fuck your mother.
We have flashbacks to Gergis's imagined childhood of the disciple.
All right, so she's doing good.
Yeah, so far, well thought out, well prepared, well executed. Effects in the beginning, some music. It draws you in. I was interested the moment she started talking.
Yeah, the echo stuff at the beginning.
Yeah.
Holy scripture for one of the largest religions in the world paints Judas as the villain, the bad guy.
But was he?
But was he really? Nobody actually liked that Jesus guy. Everybody was saying he wasn't the Messiah behind his back.
The passion and Judas's betrayal of Jesus, and Judas is therefore mentioned suicide.
Very analytic. So the analysis was well used in the description, like in the title, an actual analysis. Definitely analyzing. Definitely did their research. This person. Let's go ahead and see how it wraps up.
Are eventually forgivable. What do you think happened to Judas?
Oh, she leaves it in our hands.
Arrived in heaven, and God said to him, "Would you like to see where you've come from?"
Okay, and then more Bible verses. I don't need to do that.
But she also ended it with the echo and the music.
Yeah,
again.
it's called bookends.
Yep.
So she started it off strong, ended it strong, gave her analysis.
Good job.
Judas is off the hook.
I think we agree, Mike. That's an A+.
A+.
That's an A+, everybody.
A+.
She did it.
We are Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. Every Monday, we steal a new podcast. You can check us out wherever you want. We have a website. It's www.MJSYVERSE.com.
We also have a bunch of cool stuff coming out this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some stuff in the works.
We got plans, baby.
Oh, you can't. I bet you can't even wait.
You can't.
Can we give them a taste?
Nope.
All right. I guess you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to subscribe if you haven't, and like our podcast in order to get more stuff. And it's MJSYPOD on all of the things. We have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Mike wants to post it on Red Note now.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, if you have a band and you want your band featured as our band of the week, you can shoot us an email. Or if you have a podcast you want us to steal, also shoot us an email. That email is UHJYEAH at MJSYVERSE.com. And Jimmy, what else is going on? We have a voicemail that you can leave, also a voicemail at 903-287-0660.
Hey, so I hope I'm calling the right number. It's Danny from That Time We Started an Anime Podcast. You guys stole my podcast a little while back. Yeah, no, so I've been trying to get a hold of your people for the damages. The construction crew came out. They had to take down the whole wall because you guys ruined the door hinges. Just trying to figure out, if you can, call me, get in touch with my people, trying to figure out this door business. Anyway, have a great time, guys. Bye.
Ooh, that sounds like a you problem, Danny.
Yeah, was that us or Evil Us?
That was us.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
that was literally the first episode we did coming back from D&D World. Anyway.
we were a little on edge.
Yeah. And also, if you recall, like, we tried to kick it the first time and it seemed pretty strong, but I guess it wasn't because it didn't make it past the second kick. You should get a 2-kick door.
They got tarps at Home Depot. You just throw them up.
You
strap them down.
YouTube videos on how to fix it yourself, save some money. You know, it doesn't sound like it's our problem. That's all I'm saying.
You could just move.
Yeah, you could just move to a new place that has all the doors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good call, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Don't start another podcast, though.
Yeah, don't do that.
Then we'd have to go.
Then we have to steal it and kick your door in again. And that again, that's another you problem.
Who wants to move 3 times?
So, yes, that's again, that number is 903-287-0660. You can leave a voicemail and we'll play it on the show. I love you guys. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/MajizzyPod. Or you can go to our second channel on Spotify, Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast Supreme, where you can link your Patreon account and get all of our episodes all in one spot for you. Please do. It supports the show. Support the show. You can support the show by liking on YouTube and subscribing and going to Facebook and subscribing and liking and commenting. Comment. What grades would you have given these projects? Judge these people.
Which project do you think was the best?
Yeah, which one did you like?
And was Judas Iscariot the good guy or the bad guy?
Right.
Tell us. Argue about it.
Jeremy, I think that's it.
Yep.
All right, I love you.
I love you too. Peace.
Goodbye. Infiltrating a college wasn't as easy as it was, Jamie.
We got right on campus.
A lot of grading these teachers have to do all the time.
I say they're just giving it away to people.
John, Josh, and the other one whose podcast that we're stealing, I'm sure that they're...
Andy, the hacky sack thief.
And I'm sure that they're super happy that their podcast has seen the light of day once again. Probably not how they wanted, but it is the podcast that we needed.
They didn't get to 225, but they did technically get to
5.
6 with ours. Include ours.
Yeah, if you include ours, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 20%.
The show's still alive.
That's right. Keeping it strong. You know, these guys are probably doctors by now, Jamie.
Let's hope.
Yes. You know, Jamie, there's a smell of fashion on the wind. Foreshadowing.
Mike, I really like these outfits that we wore.
Yes.
I felt pretty confident wearing this this security outfit.
Yeah, I thought it was strange that you went with old-timey 1930s British constable.
Well, I wanted to fit in.
Right. The hat is very round.
Under the radar.
Yes. No one had any idea. And I, Jemmy.
You're dressed as Demolition Man.
Well, I mean, it started off as a Chewbacca costume.
You're dressed as a hairy Demolition Man.
Yes, and then I did get the fake dynamite to strap around my like a bandolier.
I thought it was awfully bold for you to get the Wesley Snipes haircut.
Right, but it's the only one that they would give me. Unfortunately, they didn't give me the option at Supercuts.
Did they make you put on all that black makeup too?
No, that was me.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to hide my face, my real face.
Right.
Well, because the Chewbacca mask, it's the one where his mouth is open really far, and then your face just kind of in his mouth, almost like he's eating someone. And I didn't like that, so just figured cover it up.
So you just had to put some black makeup on your face.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's makeup.
And then you forgot the mask at home.
I did.